Hey, I promised a review of the Sig Sauer Oscar 3. I've had it for a couple of weeks now. I did an unboxing. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that one. It's pretty quick and down and dirty. But I've been using this now for, like I said, a couple of weeks, and it's time for an opinion. But first, let me tell you the conditions I use it in, and you can see if your conditions match up to mine. So I live in Idaho. If you've hunted in Idaho or you've been in the backcountry of Idaho, you know that the terrain is like this up one hill and then it's like that down the next. So anything that you're carrying on your back is you're working hard for. The Oscar 3 here weighs in at 0.8 of a pound. So keep that in mind, less than a pound, all right? 10 to 20 power, gyro stabilized, less than a pound. So what have I been using? Here's my setup. I have a very nice pair of Leupold binoculars. They're 10 power binoculars. They weigh probably about 2 pounds. It takes up quite a bit of real estate on my chest. And yeah, it's fixed 10 power. To be honest, I wish I kind of had an 8 power because that would give me a little bit wider field of view and I could cover more hillside, but I'm certainly not going to spend $300 or $400 on another set of binoculars just to drop down 2 power. So 10 power Leupold binoculars, 2-ish pounds, maybe 3 with the case. I don't know. We have a lot of terrain to cover. I have a Vortex 85 millimeter 20 to 60 spotting scope. This thing is 4 to 5 pounds, maybe closer to 4. My tripod is certainly all day long 4 pounds, maybe 5. So I'm looking at 9 pounds in spotting scope, which I think you kind of need. I mean, you hate to go up one hill and down the next, not sure if it's a legal buck or a legal bull or something like that. You really want to know. So 20 to 60 power, okay? Binoculars 10 power, Oscar 3 10 to 20 variable, spotting scope 20 to 60. I'll be completely honest. After about 35 power on the spotting scope, the heat mirage takes over. Any little bump, you almost have to hold your breath to see clearly. So I really stop at about 35-ish power with the spotting scope. So I'm not using its full capability even, and I'm carrying a lot of weight. And that's why I like this Oscar 3. I was skeptical at first. I was like, okay, that's going to be hard to hold, but if you'll notice, there's kind of a V shape here that fits into your hand nicely. The gyro stabilizing is good. I would even say it's great. In my previous profession, so I use a very high-end pair of binoculars, gyro stabilized binoculars from a helicopter, and I did that for like 2 or 3 years. And I will put this up against those pair of binoculars that I was using. It is that good. When I first tested it out, I was looking at a sign from my house down the way. Couldn't tell you how far it was. It was quite a ways. I thought the sign was a lot closer though. When I looked away, I couldn't find it, but I was looking too close. And then I looked through it again. I'm like, oh, that sign's way out there. And then when I hit the gyro stabilization, it locked in. I was able to read the numbers on the sign. So I was pretty impressed. I think if weight is an issue, this is going to be your solution. Again, less than a pound. You cannot beat that. That's a lot of other equipment that you can carry versus the 10 or 12 pounds in optics for the spotting scope, binoculars, and cases and tripod and all that. My complaint, it didn't come with dust covers for the lenses. Sig, why would you send this out. I mean, I paid $3 something for it. This is not sponsored. I paid for every penny of this. Why would you make an awesome optic device and not have dust covers for it? I just see these lenses are going to get beat up and scratched up if I just stuff it in a chest pouch or something. I'm just going to have to be careful with it. And I wish there was a solution for that. Maybe I can find something aftermarket or whatever, but yeah. The other issue is it does take batteries. We know that. It's electronic. So anything that can fail will fail, and at the worst possible time. So carry a spare set of batteries. Again, it'll still work if it's completely dead. You can still see through it, you just don't have the stabilization. Other than that, you can see just how small. I'm not a big guy, I don't have big hands by any means, but you can see just how small it is. I thought initially this lanyard was on the wrong side, but I was wrong about that. It would get in the way over here being right-handed. If you're left-handed, maybe, or left eye dominant, I should say, it might get in the way. But this is the correct side to put it on for somebody right hand dominant. It zooms in and out smooth. Is it the A+ solution for everything I need? Not really. I wish that I had less zoom, like 5 power maybe, or 8 even. It stops at 20, which again, I only go to 30 or 35, so I'm not missing out on that much. And for the weight savings, I'll take it. So my recommendation, if you're a guy who just drives the logging roads and has your spotting scope on a window mount, first of all, shame on you, that's not hunting. But second of all, maybe the spotting scope is right for you and this is not. If you just pull into camp and you truck camp and you have everything set up right there and you don't venture out at all, you don't walk anywhere or anything, then again, if you're not concerned about weight, yeah, go for the spotting scope. You go for the binoculars. You've got more versatility. If you're out there hiking though, and everything you have is on your back, I recommend this. I'm glad that I purchased it. Little pricey, but well worth it. If you have any comments or questions, or you have any experience with it, anything that I missed, you think I'm completely out in left field on, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and yeah, get yourself an Oscar 3. It might be just the tool you need.